Good morning, good day, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you're at, whenever you're watching this video. Yes, don't be fooled. That does say nickels. I know that, but that's not what I'm hunting today. My bank called me. They know I love searching old coins. I go to that because the drop bank and the manager's a silver and bank or coin person as well. Not a hunter so much, but appreciates it. So he called me up and says, "Hey, we got some pennies. I got way too many coins. I thought you might be interested in these pennies." And look at this. He gave me $23.50. But look at those wrappings. These are the nice old wrappings. I only have one of this style. I wish I had more. These are all purple. These are all the yellow, brown striped, and I got the reds in the middle. I did sort of separate it. I was curious and wanted to take a look, and a lot of them are going to be 1960s and earlier. So this is going to be probably 100% copper. I am not expecting any modern Lincoln cents in this box, especially after I wish all rolls were this way. Um, this is the only roll that I noticed when I opened the ends to take a look. And man, this wrapper is falling apart. I'm always being very careful on this, but these are the wrappers I absolutely love, and for this reason. That's a wheat cent right there. I don't have to go too far on that end. And when we flip it over, we look at this end, and it's falling apart. But let's get a little better lighting in there. That is a 1940 something. Looks like a 44. So this is going to be all wheat cents. I'm betting and ecstatic. That's why I like looking at these rolls. Look at those colors. Now I'm going to be curious. We're just going to do this together. Let's take a look. So we've got 56 wheaty, 40 wheat cent, 30 wheat cent, and that ender was a 44. So 30, 40, 50, 40s. Oh, I need to get out my key dates. What are the Lincoln key dates? I don't have that written down, and I don't have a cheat sheet here. But let's go through this together. I'm going to just put it 30s, 40s, 50s. Let's take a look at what we have. That other nice ender there, that was a nice one. That was a 42, 46, 51 Denver. If you see anything that jumps out, make that comment below. That's a wheat cent. That is pretty corroded. Oh, I don't have my scope hooked up. That's another 56. And we got a foreign. Look at that, 1940 Canadian. So that's King George the Sixth, I believe. Yep, King George the Sixth. I love seeing that. 51, 49. I'm going to go through these in depth later. 52, 48, 41, 53, 58, 56. Oh, there's a modern one in there. 68. That wasn't expected. 37. I might actually get a couple of these to fill up. 45. 45. 52. 52. 52. And 58. So we had one foreign. Oh, I'm not done with the roll yet. By camera. Let's get the second half here. 51. 44. 57. 57. 48. 57. 46. 56. 47. 56. 58. 55. 51. 45. 46. 51. 40. 58. 42. 53. 51. And 53. That was that first roll. Two from the 1930s, 40s, 50s. We have that 1940 Canadian. I'll put that over here. And we did have the one modern 68. So now I'm curious. That was a red roll. This purple roll has tape on the end. So I'm always curious when people tape the ends of the rolls. So let's take a look here at this end. We have a 1966 and this other Oh, that's a nice shiny modern. All right, but you see on those edges, that's all copper. Got some nice shiny ones here. We'll take a look. Oh, Canadian, 1959. That's a young head. 76, great condition. 74, 74, 70, 76, 61, 72. That is 63, 74, 73, 75. Absolutely beautiful. 75, 72, 72, 73, 75, 1960, 73, 74, 66. Get this cleaned up here. Let's take the middle third here. These are looking all modern. 70s, 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 70s. Oh, there's a wheat cent in that one. 70. Let's see what year we got here. 56. 70s. So it looks like we'll have some good rolls. It's looking like the newest, recent, I'll say, is going to be a 76. I'm so going to need a different way to keep these organized. This is the last group of that purple roll. 76, like I said, it's the most recent. A lot of 75, 76, 74, 73, 60, 75s, 64, 75, 71, 76, 75, and 62. So like I said, 1976 is the newest. So now let's check out one of these yellow styles. So I'm going to do one from each wrapper for you, and then I'll go off camera for this. This is a modern. Put that like all that copper edging on there. These are probably going to be all 60s and 70s as well. Or mostly 70. That's a nice deep 73. That is beautiful. 71, 68, 75. Oh, another old Canadian, 1964. Not that old. I take that back. That's just well worn. 75, 72, 59 Canadian. Oh, that's still Queen Elizabeth. 75, 69, 76, 75, 75, 75. All right, next grouping here, what do we have? We have 64, 75, 75 is a popular year. 74, 61, 67, another old Canadian, 62, 74, 74, 72, 75. 71, 70s. Ooh, look at that 74 just shine on there. That is just gorgeous. Gorgeous 74 Denver. Here's another 74, another older Canadian, 60, yeah, 69, 73, 68. So mostly 70s in those rolls. Look at that start there, folks. We've got our out of focus oldie Canadians. We have two from the 30s, many from the 40s, 50s. Those are our wheat cents, 60s, and a bunch of 70s. That's only out of the first three rolls. That newest coin of the 70s was a 76, 75, 70, no, 76. So nothing after or more recent than 76. I'm betting that's what those are going to be. So I'll keep on hunting, and I will bring you in periodically for finds along the way. Well, I wasn't going to bring you in for any finds until I was done with these red wrapped rolls, but this one just jumped out. This roll, I couldn't tell you where I'm at. I'll give you a quick summary though. Is we first had this 1941. That of course is a wheatie. Add that to my wheat collection here. But this one, I just had to bring you in for a little flattened face there. But look at that date, 1934. I don't see many 30s. This is the second one in this group. 1934 wheat cent. These are all just 70s here. I did finish the roll before bringing you in. But these red rolls, this is where we're at. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Wheaties. so far. That oldest one being the 1934. We got 1950, 1956, 1952, 1941, and a 1953. So we got a nice spread of wheat cents. Most of these are, of course, 50s, 40s, and 50s. But let's take a look here as well. I didn't get to bring in for some of them. Where's the focus? There it is. We've got a pile of Canadians coming on, which also includes two King George, focus. There you go. Two King George the Sixth. Those wheat cents I just sent you, we got two 1959s. These are the 60s and these are the 70s. So we're getting pretty consistent with mostly 70s, but we are still seeing wheat cents and some King Georges. So I'm happy with this box or these coins. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more of the red rolls to go, and I'll bring you in for the summary. All right, folks, here we are for the summary. I did end up with 11 of these red wrapped rolls. Not as good as the first grouping. These are sort of the highlights. We have a 1943. That is a King George VI. We love seeing these. King George VI. We had two from 1951, and 51 as well is a King George VI. So we like seeing those. Nice old Canadian cent in our Lincoln cent search. I stumbled over words there. Of our Wheaties, we did see, and I did bring you in for these two. We have that 1934. We have a 41. If it would focus, there we go. We have that 1941. We have a 1950, 1953 Denver, 1956 Denver, and we had two from 1957, both of which are Denver. So those are the wheat cents. Those were the key finds. Of the other finds, just to show you guys here, we do have a bunch. That's what, 32 Canadian cents that are all Queen Elizabeth. We'll put those across there. We had a couple. 1959 Denver, no mule coins there. These are our 60s. And look at that. That's all 1970 to 1976. Nothing newer than 76. So they are, the rolls have been consistent in that area, that they are all 1976 and earlier. I'm going to put these in with the other collection, so I'm keeping these all out for you guys to show you a complete haul of this. What was this? $23, I think, of old wrapped cents from that my bank gave me. I've got $9 of these purple rolls, some of which, like this one, is or was taped at the end. So these are going to be the ones I'm going through next. I have, again, $9, 18 rolls of these. So I'll bring you in once I get this all cleaned up. I'll bring you in for the first couple rolls and then any finds along the way. All right, we're into the last ending portion of the box. These are those purple wrappers. I'm just going to do a couple with you. I like seeing the old tape on these just to see where we're at. Everything so far has been 1976 and earlier, so we know these are all copper. Ooh, that's the tape done. Let's see what these old rolls are going to have. I'm going to say the same thing. These are going to be probably predominantly 76 and earlier. Definitely see copper. We got some good conditioned ones. Let's take a look at that one. Yep, 1975. Get this box out of my way. Let's take a look here and see. We have another 70. What's that? 66 Canadian. That's Queen Elizabeth. Youngin. Beat up 70. 70s. I can't see on that one. That's a 69. We got 67, 70s, 69, 70s, 64. I am going through these more in detail after I separate them. The focus right now is just getting these separated for you guys, just to see what we have. Oh, look at that. That's an oldie. 1943 Canadian. Is that King George VI? It is. Another King George. Love seeing these. 1943. Oh, that's a beauty of a Canadian. Let's see here. Those are all 70s. We are still getting, oh, there's another one. I can see it peeking in just behind it. There's another oldie Canadian. Oh, that is old, 64. Still a lot of 70s. I'd say 75 has been the most popular year, 66. Got a few from 1976, so that's probably when all of these were wrapped. 1959 Denver, not the mule. We'll take a look at doubling later. All right, 74, 74 Canadian. That's a newer Canadian. 60, 75, 74, 75, and 73. All right, there we go. We got 60s, 70s, no wheat in that roll. We did have the nice King George the Sixth, though. I'm going to get going on these purple rolls, and I will bring you in for the final summary. Take a look at this, folks. Here we go. We've got our piles. We've got our modern Queen Elizabeth Canadians. We got a small pile, 1959. None of them are the mule scent, but we will go through those a little bit closer in detail later. These were all the 60s. Look at all of these 70s. These are actually, I shouldn't say 70s. This is 1970 to 1976. Nothing closer or beyond 76. Of our good finds in this group, we did have a couple King George. Look at that, 1940 Canadian, and that is King George the Sixth. We have another 1943 Canadian, also King George the Sixth. Of our wheat cents, we have a 1941. We have a 1945. We have two 1956 Denvers, and we have one 1957 Denver. So that's it for the key finds in this group. I am going to go sort all of these like I've been doing in the other room. I'm going to bring you back in again, $23, all of old cents, and we are looking at, I think the oldest was 1929, and the newest being 1976. So this is a great copper dump. Wait till you see the next scene. All right, folks, I'm going to apologize for the camera work here, but take a look at all of that. This is just half of it. So all of these rolls, this was $23, all old wrappers, which you'll see here. We have the tan wrappers, the red wrappers, and the purple wrappers. And this is what we got. Well, this half here. Newest coin, 1976. Look at all of those 75, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1970s. Of our 60s, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1960. And we did have a couple 1959s in there as well. So those are all copper memorial cents. 59 through 76 every year, every mint. And this is just me separating them out by year. I don't know what I'm going to do beyond that. Of the fun finds, take a look at this. A little more sparse here, but we're going to see the same thing here. This is 1975 for the newest. 75, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1970. 69, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No 1960s, but we do even have 50s. 59, 8, 7, 6, 5. No 54, 53. And then we jump down here. And why I did this is the 51s, 40s. These are all the King George the Sixth, with the oldest one, come on focus, 1939 King George the Sixth. Those are beautiful Canadian coins. And then of our wheat cents, yes, those are all wheat cents. We have coming in on this end, we have 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 1950. Got 40s, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, of course being the popular ones. No 1943, 42, 41, and 40. And then even down here we've got our oldest ones that we found jumped around here. Focus. We have a 1934. Come on, 1930, and a oldest one being a dirty 1929. So some old wheat cents in there. That is quite the haul for Canadians. Come on, there we go. For the Canadians and the wheat cents. Like I said, I gotta go fill these into my album, see if I have any gaps. I know of these, and you can see some of them. We got some nice shiners, some AU and BU coins. I might flip up some of those as I go through. I'll probably look for some error mint mark issues for any of the key errors in those memorial cents. But I think I'm going to end the video here. This was a long time in the making and in the sorting. So until the next time, guys, if you haven't already, please remember, hit that thumbs up. Give me those subscriptions. Thumbs up. Alerts if you want. I post videos every Wednesday and Friday. And appreciate all your support. Feel free, make these comments below. And until the next time, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day and happy hunting.